Imagine waking up one morning and finding out your country just doubled in size. Not after a war, not after years of negotiations, but after one deal. Sounds impossible, right? Well, in 1803, that's exactly what happened to the United States when it bought a massive chunk of land from Napoleon Bonaparte. The price, just $15 million, and the result, the Louisiana Purchase, a deal so huge it instantly changed the future of the United States. But here's the crazy part. America almost didn't buy it at all, and if the deal failed, the map of North America today might look completely different. So how did one purchase double America overnight? And why did France basically give away an empire? Picture America in the early 1800s. It was small, fragile, and squeezed along the east coast. The western border stopped at the Mississippi River. Everything beyond that, millions of square miles of land, belonged to France, and the man controlling it was none other than Napoleon Bonaparte, one of the most powerful leaders in the world. Now imagine being the American president at the time, Thomas Jefferson. You're leading a young country, still figuring things out, and suddenly a European superpower controls the land right next door. That's not exactly a comfortable situation. The biggest issue wasn't just land, it was trade. American farmers depended on the Mississippi River to ship crops down to the port city of New Orleans, and whoever controlled New Orleans controlled the entire trade route. At first, it belonged to Spain, which wasn't ideal but manageable. Then, in 1800, Spain secretly gave it back to France, and suddenly, Americans realized something terrifying. Napoleon might build a massive French empire in North America. President Thomas Jefferson knew this could become a disaster, so he came up with a simple plan. Send diplomats to France and try to buy New Orleans. Just the city, nothing more. He authorized them to offer up to $10 million, which was already a huge amount of money back then. The diplomats arrived in France expecting a tough negotiation. But instead, something shocking happened. Out of nowhere, France made a completely unexpected proposal. Instead of selling just New Orleans, Napoleon offered to sell the entire Louisiana territory. And we're not talking about just the modern state of Louisiana. This territory stretched from the Mississippi River all the way to the Rocky Mountains, covering land that would eventually become 15 different US states. The price? $15 million. That's roughly 3 cents per acre. Even the American diplomats couldn't believe it. So why would Napoleon Bonaparte sell such an enormous piece of land so cheaply? The answer: problems, lots of them. First, France had just lost control of its Caribbean colony, St. Domingue, after a massive slave revolt that led to the Haitian Revolution. Without that colony, the Louisiana territory suddenly became far less valuable. Second, Napoleon was preparing for another major war with Great Britain, and he knew the British Navy could easily capture Louisiana if a war started. So instead of losing it for nothing, he decided to sell it and use the money to fund his army. When news reached President Thomas Jefferson, he was stunned. This deal would instantly double the size of the United States, but there was a problem. The Constitution never clearly said a president could buy foreign land, so Jefferson faced a tough choice: stick strictly to the rules, or grab the opportunity of a lifetime. In the end, Jefferson made the bold move. He approved the purchase. And in 1803, the Louisiana Purchase was finalized. Overnight, the United States doubled in size, from a small coastal nation into a massive continental power. The purchase opened the door for exploration and expansion. Soon after, Jefferson sent an expedition led by Meriwether Lewis and William Clark. Their famous Lewis and Clark expedition explored the vast new territory and mapped the path west. This eventually led to the idea of manifest destiny, the belief that America was meant to expand across the continent. Why this deal was insane? Think about it like buying a small house. Then the seller suddenly says, "You know what? Just take the entire neighborhood for a little extra money." That's basically what happened here. For $15 million, America gained 828,000 square miles of land. Land filled with rivers, forests, mountains, and future cities. Without the Louisiana Purchase, the map of North America might look completely different today. France, Britain, or even Spain could still control huge parts of the continent. The United States might have remained a small coastal country instead. This single deal laid the foundation for America becoming one of the largest and most powerful nations in the world. So the next time you look at a map of the United States, Remember that half of it came from one unexpected bargain, a deal made in 1803 that cost about the same as a few modern fighter jets today. Not bad for something that doubled a nation overnight. If you enjoyed this story and want more surprising moments from history, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and tell me in the comments what other unbelievable moment in American history should we uncover next, because history is full of wild stories, and we're just getting started.